The standard approach to stakeholder consultation is to draft a proposed law, circulate it, hold some workshops or meetings, then receive written comments. This approach won't necessarily surface the really tricky and contentious issues. Sometimes it doesn't surface any issues at all. And if you don't properly discuss those during the consultation phase, the new law can't successfully address them. The drafting process may feel easy, but the law will fail. So, how do you surface those difficult issues? Just issuing a call for comments won't get you past a small circle of connected and professional people with a narrow range of views and interests. To widen your pool of sources, use diverse communication techniques, communicate in local languages, and actively seek out and engage with less powerful groups. We'll discuss some practical techniques in more detail in the next video. It'll take special effort to consult people currently living or operating outside the law. But this is probably most people in African cities, so don't think of consultation with them as an exception. It should be the norm. Don't assume, for example, that everyone you need to consult lives in a formally proclaimed settlement or has an address. Your proposed law needs to bring as many of these people within the ambit of the law as possible, which means you need to think about why they would choose to participate in the new legal framework, or not. The real test of successful consultation is whether poor and socially vulnerable people feel reassured that participation doesn't put them at risk, and importantly, that the proposed law will strengthen their financial positions, their property rights, and their social status. As you start your engagement, it's important to check and double-check what people are telling you. Everyone has their own reasons for wanting the law to change or stay the same, and they won't necessarily tell you those reasons. Never be afraid to ask and re-ask difficult questions. One place you need to take extra care is when assessing capacity to implement the proposed new law. When someone tells you they don't have capacity, are they simply angling for more resources to be allocated to their unit? If they claim they definitely have capacity, are they trying to dissuade anyone from looking too closely at what's going on? Don't just take people's word for it. Track down departmental budgets, organizational structures, and annual reports to cross-check assertions and to support your proposals. At some point, you'll need to decide when to release your first public draft. Usually, stakeholders want drafts as early as possible, while drafting teams instinctively prefer to work out of the public eye for as long as they can. There are risks to releasing early drafts. For example, if the draft law suggests that a certain type of land tenure arrangement will become stronger, it may create expectations and change the way people borrow, spend, and invest in land. What happens then if this change doesn't occur in the final law? You'll need to think through the possible effects to avoid triggering unwanted outcomes. On the other hand, keeping new draft laws secret will breed suspicion and conspiracy theories. Don't be tempted to iron out every single internal kink before releasing a draft. You need early, robust stakeholder input, not just to ensure you're dealing with the real issues, but also to build sustained support for the new law in the future.